Welcome to another episode of Back to Basics. I am Zaiba, a solutions architect at AWS, and today we will talk about how to automate patching of your EC2 instances using AWS Systems Manager. Now, first let's start by understanding why do enterprise customers want to automate patching of their EC2 instances. Enterprise customers often run a large number of EC2 instances. It could be 100 or 1,000 instances which run a number of different applications on it. Patching a large number of instances manually takes a long time, and there is a scope for mistakes, which is why companies want to automate the process. Additionally, some of these applications are critical applications. That is, that application cannot be patched randomly, and patching needs to be done within a certain amount of time. This is where customers can utilize the features of Systems Manager, like Systems Manager, that is SSM Patch Manager, Maintenance Window, and Patch Groups to automate the patching of their EC2 instances to minimize downtime. Now, let's look at the end-to-end architecture of how we can leverage AWS Systems Manager Patch Manager to automate patching of your EC2 instances. Firstly, you can create patch groups for different environments, that is your tagged instances, such as development, testing, and production. When you log on to the console, under SSM Patch Manager, go to Configure Patching option. You can select a patch group, and you can also select a maintenance window. SSM Patch Manager has a predefined patch baseline that approves all patches classified as critical updates or security updates, with a severity of critical or important. A patch baseline defines which patches should or shouldn't be installed on your instances. You can specify approved or rejected patches, or use auto-approval rules to ensure that certain types of updates, like critical updates, are automatically applied to your patches. You can also create your own patch baseline. You can also ensure that by using different auto-approval delays to different patch groups, you can deploy patches at a different rate to different instances. You can select the patch baseline that you want to use to patch different patch groups. You can also use AWS SSM Maintenance Windows, which lets you define a schedule for when to perform potentially disruptive actions, like patching your operating system, updating drivers, or installing software. Each maintenance window has a schedule, a duration, a set of registered targets, and a set of registered tasks. Typically, you want to apply your patches at a time when there is least impact to your organization. For the maintenance window, specify the run command document for the task, which is your AWS run patch baseline. You can also set other options like error threshold and so on. You can view results and patch compliance details on Manage Instance page by selecting the Inventory tab and filtering by AWS Patch Summary and AWS Patch Compliance. And that is it. Your instances are patched. In conclusion, you can create your patch baselines, which defines which patches should or shouldn't be installed on your instances. After you create these baselines, you can control the deployment of these baselines to different environments like production, test, and development environments. To minimize the downtime to your organization, you can also use maintenance windows. Check out the below links for more information. See you next time.